Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
More explosions and more bloodshed in Gaza as the Israeli army continues to attack the city. Israel says it's now entering the next stages of war, signaling a massive ground offensive.
The fighting is igniting protests thousands of miles away, like this pro-Palestine rally Sky 4 captured earlier today in Dearborn. We've also seen several pro-Israel rallies over the past week. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Pamela Osborne.
Yeah, and I'm Victor Williams. But let's first get you caught up on where things stand in the war. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited soldiers on the front lines near the Gaza border today. And in Gaza, thousands fled from the north to the south after Israel gave a 6-hour warning that fighting will be coming to the area soon. Egyptian authorities say that the Rafah border crossing between Gaza and Egypt is now open, giving many a possible avenue of escape. And we know that hundreds of Americans among those trapped in Gaza, hoping that the border will hopefully open soon to help get them home.
Our Jacqueline Francis joins us tonight as a Wayne County family is calling on the United States government to do more to help. Jacqueline.
According to the family, this Livonia couple is stuck in Gaza, being told mixed messages about how to get out. Just today, the family says the couple was told to evacuate through the Egyptian border, but when they got there, they were turned away. Trapped in Gaza, this Livonia couple is asking the U.S. government to help them get home.
Our family is hurting, and we just want them back.
The Al-Arashi's family holding a news conference saying their loved ones left last month for a trip to Gaza to visit family. They were planning on coming home in a few weeks, but now say they are trapped in a war zone, accusing the U.S. government of not doing enough to help them evacuate.
And when you let your people go on vacation and something terrible happens and you don't feel obligated to pick them up, that is not right. We should save every man that is ours, and you don't leave people behind.
Alongside the Arab American Civil Rights League, the family filed a lawsuit against the government, alleging it has failed to help them evacuate, accusing the state and defense departments of discriminating against them and other American citizens in Gaza.
We need a plan of action to protect these individuals. How do we get them out? We need the United States with all their glory and all their power to say to Israel, make sure our citizens are safe.
Officials with the ACRL reading a recent message sent by the Al-Arashis in Gaza.
They just hit the house next to us. We are scared. We can't go to the bathroom. We can't go anywhere. We don't have electricity. We're without water. There's nothing. I think we are going to die before we leave.
The ACRL says they're setting up a hotline to help U.S. citizens trying to escape Gaza. Reporting live in Detroit, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Certainly a lot of people waiting to know about the status of their loved ones. Thank you, Jacqueline.
We've learned tonight that the U.S. is sending a second carrier strike group to the Middle East to support Israel as it fights Hamas. The first carrier strike group, the USS Gerald R. Ford, arrived off the coast of Israel earlier this week. And another story that we are following tonight right here at home. Sinai Grace Hospital in Northwest Detroit is back open after being locked down over a suspected security breach.
Yeah, that lockdown lasted over an hour and caused ambulances to be diverted to other medical facilities. Detroit police confirmed to Local 4 they were searching for a person who is believed to be armed with a gun. That search came up empty. We're working to get more information about this incident. As soon as we do, we'll pass that information along to you.
Yeah, that's right. And an annular solar eclipse went across the sky from Oregon to Texas as the moon covered most of the sun. Now, this picture was sent to us all the way from California, which is pretty cool, right?
That's a really cool shot. We certainly did not get that view here in Metro Detroit, thanks to some rain and some clouds. Ron joins us now. Ron, will this rain be headed out for overnights?
Pamela and Victor, we do have a couple of showers across the area still tonight, but the widespread rainfall that we had earlier has since come to an end. 48 is the current temperature in Southfield, with the winds right now around 12 miles per hour coming out of the northwest and the northwest across the area, and it's giving us a little chill to the air as well. So the Exact Track 4D radar shows where the rainfall is right now, and it's primarily toward the eastern side of our area. We're seeing the rain shower stretching from Sanilac into St. Clair Clare and Macomb counties, and a few showers over toward the Grosse Pointes. And as we look a little bit closer across the area, we can see where those showers are concentrated right around the Richmond area, Macomb, and even around Sterling Heights, you might get a couple of sprinkles. So what do we expect for the rest of the night? Well, these showers are going to continue moving across the area. You can see them pretty much closer to Lake Huron. That's where we're going to see some of that action as those showers come ashore. We are on the back end of the system. It is now has moved pretty much onto the east, but we will still see the impact of it as we go into tomorrow. So again, we have the cloud cover, we have the wind, and we have the cool air. The wind speeds right now anywhere from 5 to 15 miles per hour. We're going to talk more about what to expect for tomorrow because a lot of people are looking forward to being out there to run. That's coming up.
Day 30 for the United Auto Workers Stand-Up Strike is winding down, and after a month, UAW President Shawn Fain is looking to give his striking members a boost. He asked people to go and visit and support strikers outstanding in the rain, and that's where we find Rod Maloney to fill us in.
48 degrees, a driving rain and high winds, and perhaps the only thing that could be more miserable out here in Centerline on this picket line is if it were snowing. But that's the point. Shawn Fain wanted people to come out and give a little energy boost to the picketers on a rainy Saturday morning.
To the very end, baby, to the very end.
At the Mopar Centerline packaging truck gate, they admitted the high enthusiasm of a much warmer month ago is fading.
This is very difficult. It's very difficult.
Over at the Stellantis Sherwood Parts facility, it's the same situation, yet Union Rep Yolanda Downs, a member of UAW Local 889 at Sterling Heights Assembly, is here. She doesn't have to be at all, but she does feel obligated. You're out here in the rain on a Saturday.
I am.
Why?
Because they're here. If they can sacrifice and give up their regular checks to help me get a better, fair contract, why wouldn't I support them?
Back in Centerline, Ray Crawford from UAW Local 1248 says other union friends started showing up at 4 a.m.
We've had people from different locals come out, from different plants came out. They've been bringing us supplies, hand warmers, they're bringing us hot coffee, donuts. They're just coming out for moral support.
Meantime, Monday, Ford's laying off more union line workers as a result of the strike. The Sharonville, Ohio transmission plant's going to lay off 306. Dearborn Stamping another 100, and at Dearborn Diversified Manufacturing another 65 for a subtotal of 471. Then 86 more at the Rawsonville Components plant, the Sterling Axle plant, and Chicago Stamping. That's an overall total of 557 layoffs just this weekend. So at Ford, that's 2,480 total layoffs at this point. Most of those workers will not qualify for unemployment because it's strike related. So the UAW is going to have to dip into its strike fund and give them $500 a week to hold them over. And for Ford, with 3 assembly plants down now, that's over 19,000 workers off the job, about a third of their UAW workforce. In Centerline, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
An organization committed to Detroit teen girls celebrated turning 20 today. Our very own Rhonda Walker and her nonprofit, the Rhonda Walker Foundation, hosted a black tie gala to mark the 2 decades of service. At tonight's event, folks who supported the foundation over the past 20 years were recognized and celebrated.
Here in Oakland County, there is an all-girls flag football league, and even on messy days like this, they come out here, they give it all they've got. We tell you what inspires them coming up.